Imagine this scenario. You pull up to the beach, you see your friends, and you guys are both
What's
ready
up,
to
man? You ready, man?
Yeah, let's hit it, bro. Let's
Oh,
go.
I gotta put my wetsuit. Oh,
Come on, dog. What's the issue? Let's go.
oh, dude, this
Johnny
thing's
Shred.
still wet. So
Johnny
hard to
Shred.
put on. Dude, you're so lucky yours was dry. Oh.
The scenario you just witnessed here is something that many active beachgoers might face on a daily basis. It's a struggle getting your wetsuit back on after you took a break. That being said, my name is Anne.
I'm David.
My name is Johnny.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jeremy.
And together, we're
Barrel Buddy. So here's our simple solution. Barrel Buddy is a product designed to effectively exterminate water in a wetsuit in under 30 seconds. By placing the wetsuit inside the container and closing the lid, all you have to do is turn the hand crank in order to create pressure that would exterminate water out the drain. This product is designed to immediately dry your wetsuit after getting out of the beach in order to help protect the integrity of the material. Now, there are 5 key features that help to the success of Barrel Buddy. First, it's made of HDPE plastic, meaning it's one of the most durable and environmentally friendly products on the market. Second, there's a drain for instant water disposal, as well as a plunger inside the wetsuit container that'll help facilitate and optimize the amount of water that's being pushed out the wetsuit. Fourth, there's a hand crank, which will help the product be more adaptable and consumer friendly. And lastly, the product includes a water and odor tight seal, meaning you can assure that the product will never be odor free, as well as have any leaks in the future.
So let's talk about the benefits of the Barrel Buddy. First of all, the Barrel Buddy can effectively remove 65% of the water from your wetsuit, meaning you can easily put it back on if you want to go back in the water. Second of all, Barrel Buddy measurements 45 by 40 centimeters is easy to travel with, as well as you can also store it in your car. Third of all, our only other known competitor, Blossom Wetsuit Dryer, is almost triple the price of ours and a lot more complicated to use.
The first component of our pull strategy are Instagram and feed ads. According to Qualtrics, we found that our strongest consumer base were 17 to 25-year-olds, which is an age range that browses social media often. We chose Instagram as our most appropriate platform to promote Barrel Buddy because of its visual engagement with its audience. And with this, we can display active lifestyles to attract our target audience of beachgoers.
Alright, let's talk about our packaging. For one, our packaging is extremely minimalistic. The reason being is our simple design yet intuitive. For our packaging, we really need a sticker on our product which will explain what we are about, what we do, and how to use the product itself. Because it's so minimalistic, this creates 3 things for us. It cuts down our costs, it creates a great experience for our consumer, and it makes us extremely environmentally friendly.
Okay, so more than 2/3 of our Qualtrics respondents say that they check the surf cams regularly. So what we're gonna do to get more website traffic is to offer premium surfline cameras directly on the Barrel Buddy website to give them a reason to keep coming back.
We also plan on cooperating with large surf brands such as Billabong and Hurley, and we plan to feature Barrel Buddy in their online bookbooks.
So our approach to push strategy is twofold, and they're both centered around retail relationships. So the first is going to be to have point of sale displays in Jack's and Ron John surf shops between the months of November and January, when the water is the coldest and wetsuit sales are effectively the highest. And then our second approach is to attend the 2019 Surf Expo, where our main purpose is going to be to secure more retail partners in both East Coast and West Coast locations.
So for our distribution, all our raw materials will be bought in Japan. From Japan, they will then be shipped to China. For this reason, because this is the most cost-effective and time-effective for our business. From China by River Plastics, it will then be shipped to our customers through Amazon, our personal website, and through our selected retailers.
So surfing as a market is actually a rapidly expanding industry, and because of this, the accessories for the surf market is actually pretty niche in the sense that there's large potential for market growth. Looking at our price elasticity of demand at 2.39, we know that Barrel Buddy is very susceptible to changes in price, so that's why we went with our $55 price point. And then as for our financials, we're expecting a 35% sales growth from year 1 to year 2. And in the second year, we're expecting lower marketing expenses. This is primarily due to an aggressive marketing strategy in our first year, meaning that while the second year comes along, we're just going to be using our revenues from previous years to help accelerate our marketing.
Okay, so we're here today seeking $80,000 in exchange for 15% of our company, and this will go to our initial marketing costs and our initial overhead costs. So with this initial investment, you can expect to make
Barrels of cash. Thank you.
Thank you.
5:06 for time.
So can you tell me a little more how the barrel actually works? Is it kind of like wringing it out? Is that the idea?
Is it a sound
Yeah,
spinner?
so how it works is that you actually put the wetsuit inside the barrel, and then it's sealed tight with a diaphragm that is keeping the seal tight. So when you crank it, it moves the diaphragm down, creating pressure. So what makes our product competitive is that it's not actually wringing the wetsuit out, which wringing could cause damaging of the material or stretching. It's actually pressurized, and the water comes out the side, so that there's no damage to the material, and it's incredibly effective.
Okay, and is the biggest problem you're solving for surfers the fact that it's hard to get a wetsuit back on once it is wet?
Yeah, so we like to say that putting on a wet wetsuit is analogous to putting on wet socks, which is terrible. And also, then once you get out of the water and you have a car, you're like, okay, well, I'm not just gonna throw it in the back and have sand and water warping my car. So it's both for storage and for drying your wetsuit. So it's kind of just an all-around accessory.
We also wanted to highlight on the fact that if you are surfing in like a colder or wetter area, like if you're putting on a wetsuit in the morning, then it's obviously going to be a lot more uncomfortable and like harder to put on and compared to a drier, warmer climate. So we wanted to focus on that as well.
Do you happen to know what the market is in surf accessories, like the sales number?
I would actually have to go retrieve that figure somewhere else for you, but it has expanded more than 15% since 2015. And not to mention that surfing is actually going to be featured in the Olympics in 2020?
Yeah, 2020, yeah.
So then that's going to obviously be a huge opportunity for us and open up a lot of exposure. So we just expect more and more market growth.
As someone who does scuba diving, I truly appreciate the problem you're trying to solve because I've had that problem. Can you tell me a little bit about what your competition is? What else is out there?
Yeah, I can go off that. So our only competition as of now, or our main competition, is called Blossom, and it's actually like a wetsuit dryer that is inserted into the wetsuit. But they're also marketed at $130 price point. So we just decided that to bring our price point down and make it more of like a household product that we can use, just so like people could have multiple of them laying around in their house. So we just figured that would make it like the most accessible for everybody.
Ours is also fully mechanical too, so theirs you have to wait till you get home and plug it in, and it takes electricity, whereas ours is fully mechanical, so you can do it right there at the beach, and that helps a lot.